Hello, this is ELB. Let's get back to work. So last time we got our special attack system working pretty much how we wanted to, although there might be a few tweaks that we can make. So the idea was that you could, special attack at almost, well, not at any time. Hold the right bumper, press A, we do our samurai attack, or we can do it out of almost any other attack. We can even do this. None of the other buttons do anything right now, though. So let's change that. Let's see, we got the spin charge, which I'm not totally sure we'll be able to get working correctly, or will work correctly, and I'll show you what I mean. So we're looking for GP Phase 2. There we go. Okay. Oh, forgot to do this. Actually, I can just do this. There we go. Okay. That's odd. We're just doing the same one again. Did I forget to fix that? No, I did do special attack B. Special attack B is the spin charge. What the heck? What the heck did I do wrong here? That is super odd. So it's only being set in one place. Okay, let's see. Sure enough, it is special attack B that we're doing. Oh my goodness. How did I manage this? What the heck? Okay. I have no idea how I managed to do that, and how it didn't cause some massive screw up. Like, that is a little bit mind-blowing. Okay. There we go. Oh, works exactly as it should. Well, I'm happy it works. Okay. Oh. I always just give it a tap rather than holding it. Huh. Okay. Seems like that feels alright. Also, give me a moment, I have a message. Okay. So, I don't know if you've noticed, but every single attack so far has done the same amount of damage. Which should be obvious that that's not what we want in the end. Also, I think I just muted my own music. There we go. Okay. So, how are we gonna fix this then? Well, my current plan is for the game to have a stat system. And it's kind of interesting, I guess, what I'm thinking of the stats being. And, oh my goodness, my music just stopped again. The heck? Spotify just fucked up. Okay, hold on, whatever. I'm not gonna worry about my music for a minute. Let me grab my drawing pad, because this is where I have my stats written down. Okay. Hold on. Okay, so where are you? So this is what I want the stats to be. It's gonna start off pretty basic. Then we'll go into weirder stuff. Okay. So some of these are kind of odd and don't really make sense at a glance, but hopefully we can clear that up. Okay. I'm figuring intelligence would mostly have to do with the player job skills, which I haven't talked about yet. Things like cooking, building, blacksmithing, farming, things like that, which I haven't talked about at all, but I don't even know if I've even like properly talked about the idea behind this game. I mean, I'm sure that you've seen that I'm calling it Shipwreck at the top left of the screen. Right here, shipwreckproject.gmx. I mean, the whole idea is that you play a character who is shipwrecked on an island, and rather than being another stupid survival game, which is just boring, it's supposed to be a focus on an action RPG with minor survival elements. You know, they don't get in the way of the rest of the game. Okay. Okay, so those are the ideas behind the stats. And, you know, they might change, some of them might gain some things, because I don't want it to be like, this stat does this one specific thing. I want it to be, you know, these stats added together do these things. And some of them might have some of the same effect. Like, I can imagine dexterity and agility both affecting weapon speed. You know, you might need a certain amount of dexterity to use a certain weapon, which means that it would affect some of the same stuff as skill. Endurance and perseverance might both raise your health. Who knows? So, as for that short-term and long-term stamina thing, that has to do, like, I'm wanting to sort of do what Monster Hunter does in that regard. So if you've ever played Monster Hunter, you'll know that when you enter an area to go fight a monster, you start off with like 100 stamina, and that's your cap. Okay? And so as you start, running around and rolling and stuff, you use stamina, but then it'll always go back to that cap of 100. But then after 10 minutes or so, your cap will suddenly drop to 75. And then after another 10 minutes, it'll drop to, 50. And the only way, and you can get it all the way up to 150. And the way you do that is by eating food. So if you enter a zone and you immediately eat some cooked steak, then your stamina will go up to 150, and you'll have more stamina. So I want to do something pretty similar. You wouldn't be able to bring it back up though, because the idea is that the game is on this. The game loop is this: the character that you're playing wakes up in the morning. They might have some morning task that they have to do. Like, they spend an hour, dealing with crops, or hammering out a new blade, or crafting a boat. And that's something that's done automatically. You choose what they do out of these 10 however many tasks, and then it's just, you see this quick little animation of them doing it, and then you move on. And then it's not supposed to be something that wastes the player's time. It's not supposed to be something that the player has to go out of their way to do. It's something that there is an allotted slot of time for. And then you figure out what maybe you figured out what you ate for breakfast at the beginning, and then depending on what you ate will tell you, whether or not you reach your max perseverance, or maybe it happens no matter what, I'm not sure. And then you go out, and the more endurance you use, the lower your perseverance or the more short-term stamina you use, the lower your long-term stamina goes, or the further your long-term stamina goes down. So, let's say you're walking around and you get into this big fight with a bunch of monsters, and you're constantly using your short-term stamina to dodge, to perform special attacks, to do any amount of weird things. And then at the end, you suddenly find that your max stamina went from 100% to, 80%, because you spent so much time fighting. So now your short-term stamina can only go up to that 80%. But you should be fine. I mean, it's not gonna be, I'm not hoping for it to be that difficult to use stamina. Like, it's something that keeps you from spamming really powerful moves, and it's something that forces you to rest a little bit in the middle of a battle, but it's not going to be as strenuous as something like, Dark Souls. It's going to be a bit looser, like in Monster Hunter, where only if you're constantly doing something like really strenuous is it going to get in your way. Anyhow. That's the idea behind them. Whoa. Okay. Oh, I still have the game open. There we go. So, I'm not totally sure if I'm going to start implementing the stats quite yet. But, well, I guess it wouldn't hurt to start. Okay, well, let's get back to listening to that music real quick. Spotify. Okay. So part of the idea behind those stats as well is that they'll also affect specific attacks. Like, a swing of a sword might be equal parts stamina and strength, but a stab, that's more dexterity, because you're aiming for vitals when you're stabbing, or you're trying to pierce armor. How long can I hold this before it automatically goes on its own? That long. You don't need to hold it very long either. Anyhow. Oh, hold on. Okay. Oh, no. How did that open? Special attacks. I have no idea if I'm spelling that right. There we go. For now, I'm gonna set this all to 10, just because. And there we go, 10 across the board. Did I ever implement the running? There we go. I'm trying to remember what I had for some buttons in the gamepad document. I have B set to dodge/run. I think I have time to implement that. Okay. Oh, hold on a moment. So, the main thing that we need to worry about is simply the length of the time that the B button was pressed. If it's just tapped, then we do the dodge. If it's held, then we do the running. So I think first off, I'm going to switch these. Let's see, moving you. Come on, check 0. Then we're doing the B button. Okay. So pressing the B button should give us, I'm holding it, letting go, holding it, letting go. Whoa! Okay, this causes interesting new problems. Cool. Dodge. Let's try that now. Okay, that seems like it fixed our issue. Okay. Now we just need to get the timing correct. So there we go. So we simply need to get a timer implemented, which tells us how long the button has been held before release. So we'll do that. So that the shoulder button can't interfere. Come on. Oh my god, I hate this mouse. Actually, no, we'll do this. We'll check the B button. I'll make B button timer equal to 0. Okay. Okay. Where is the mud? There we go. So we're gonna make it so that eventually the agility affects that, but for now we're doing this. Oh, here. Well, that's not right at all. It's not super obvious that we're running, but we are. Like, what if I made it times 10? Okay. So, special attack wasn't happening, which was a problem. Okay. B button timer equals 0. This timer helps us determine whether or not the player is running or dodging. Huh. That's an interesting effect. If you're holding B and then suddenly let go, in an attack, then you'll do a dodge. I wonder if I'll keep that. Oh boy. Okay, hold on. Line 45. Didn't press Y though. Did I? The heck? Special attacks are working, but that one's working. Should be working. So what the heck is going on? Oh, I see. I'm being dumb. That would explain it. I forgot to brake, otherwise it just keeps on moving. Okay. Should have fixed it. There we go. Alright, so you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to call this done for now. We've made some good progress. Got running in. Stats are not implemented at all, let's face it. But they are sort of in the game. At least the variables are. And we will be messing more with those later and making them affect running. So, thank you very much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day.